Hello, sweethearts. How are you guys doing today? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back where we are fighting the battle, conquering the war. Fighting the battle, conquering the war. Fighting the battle, conquering the war. Fighting the battle. We're going to conquer this war. How's everybody doing today? I know you guys should have had an amazing day today because guess what? It is an amazing day. And we are going to have today dinner and discussion. So I had help with this meal that I prepared. So I had help with the potato crisps, but I have salmon and asparagus. Salmon and asparagus is my favorite thing to eat. So I wanted just to share it with you guys because I love you dearly and I just want to share a meal with you and have a little discussion today. On the sweet potato crisp, like I said, I had help with those. I'm not there yet, but I'm on the way. So on my salmon, I grated ginger and lemon zest. And on the asparagus is just garlic powder. So ginger and garlic powder, lemon, they're all good for inflammation. Veggies are good for inflammation. Now salmon, sweet potatoes are awesome for inflammation. Now salmon is up in the air, especially people that suffer with gout. They say that the salmon, it's not good for them. It causes inflammation in their body. But I love salmon. I could literally eat salmon every day. Yeah, I really love salmon. It doesn't cause any harm to my joints. It doesn't make me flare up. It doesn't cause me any stiffness. So hey, I'm glad about that. And the funny thing about salmon is when I was a kid, I suffered childhood allergies. So I was allergic to any type of seafood, salmon, fish, anything, lobsters, all of that. I was allergic to it. So it wasn't until maybe 2 years ago, I had an allergy test and it came back that I didn't have those allergies. So the doctor told me that, you could come in and bring you some fish and eat it in the office just to make sure that, you won't have any allergies. But I didn't do that. But I did try salmon out. And once I tried salmon out, it's been my favorite thing to go to, I'm telling you. And like I said, I can literally sit here and eat salmon every day because it's just so good. And it's so tender and it's really good. You guys, you don't really have to put a lot of seasoning on this. Because most of the time, I'll try it out with it like I did today, ginger and the lemon zest. But the majority of the time, I wash it really good and just put it in the oven. And then when I take it out, I just put squeezed lemon juice on it and cut a couple of pieces of lemon up on it, and that's fine. That's it. And asparagus is that's my favorite veggie. It is really good for inflammation. So I want you guys to comment below and let me know what you guys are eating. What are you having for dinner? Your favorite fish, if you eat fish or seafood, let me know how you cook it, and post a picture and let's see what you have going on, because what we want to talk about today is basically information. Eating healthy and eating better. That's a huge part of our recovery, and a huge part of our remission is to try to give our bodies the nutrients that they desire, that we're missing. And that when you look at it, if rheumatoid arthritis, if you have an immune disease and your body is constantly fighting your body, so every time your body is attacking itself, it's thinking that something's going on when it's not. So the only thing that you can do is to try to do things that can help that it's not going to stop. Only thing you can do is just do stuff that will minimize the attacks. So for instance, if you like we did the breakfast the breakfast video, making sure that we put something in our bodies in the morning that's healthy. That's a very important part of this thing. This has just been a great blessing to me. It really has, just to be able to do something that is beneficial to helping somebody, because that's the main thing I wanted this to create this channel for. What I realized is that, you know, I've always been a kind, loving, easygoing, generous, very generous person. I was diagnosed with this disease. I said don't get me wrong, there's tons of information out there. But when my doctor told me that I had rheumatoid arthritis and my rheumatoid factors were extremely high, I was at a loss. So there's a lot of information, you know, on the internet. I began to do a lot of research. What is rheumatoid arthritis? Because I always thought that, you know, arthritis was an older person disease. And then rheumatoid arthritis, I've always thought that it was just the worst part of arthritis. So it wasn't until I started really getting into it and we're doing the research, and I started understanding different things, and I said, oh, okay, so this is an immune disease, and my body is basically fighting my body. My body thinks something's going on, and my body stays under constant attack. So I started doing a lot of research on things that were good for it, bad, would help. At the time I was in so much pain, I was just trying to find anything that would help, that would ease the pain. So I learned a lot of, I discovered a lot of different spices and foods, drinks, and just different things that I was just fruit that I was just pulling at, to just trying to get some type of relief, because the pain was just unbearable to the point where, you know, I just didn't know what else to do. So after I started going through this walk, I started to think, you know what, I want to be able to reach somebody somewhere, because everybody, I mean, I know it's 2021 and, you know, we all have access to the internet, but, you know, it's still a lot of people out there that, you know, do not have access to the internet because they be older, or, you know, and some people just don't like doing research, or for whatever the reason is. But I just wanted to come on and start a channel that can reach somebody and give somebody some information up front, close and personal, because that way, you know, you can take a couple things that, you know, and try them out for yourself, you know, knowing that I'm not a healthcare provider or anything, but just things that help me. And I pray to God that they help you, because I know how it is to be in so much pain that you can't even lift your hand or your head, or it hurts just to do anything except for lay there. And I understand that. And I'm going to continue to try different things and let you know what helps me, what doesn't. Do a lot of reviews, and if anybody knows anybody that, you know, a lot of people may not be on YouTube, and if you know somebody that's not on YouTube or that's not on Facebook, and that you can tell them, hey, I heard this, and, you know, try this out. Maybe this will help you. If this can help one person, then I've done what God has called me to do, because the thing about it is, you know, everybody has a calling, and I think that helping people, you know, is mine, and I'm glad about it. I'm glad that, you know, God chose me to do this, because, you know, I was at a point. It was a point in my life that, you know, if you would have told me a couple years ago that I would be doing this, I probably would have laughed at you, because this wasn't even anywhere in my thought of mine. I mean, this was not, you know, being down, or, you know, I know it probably never is to anybody. That's not what we think our life will end up being. But as I, you know, began to understand more and more about this disease and all types of immune diseases, I began to say, you know what, this is my calling. I want to help somebody. And it's not about how many views or how many likes or or whatever, like I said, if I can reach one person and help change one person's life, I've done what God has called for me to do. And because, and I just look back over the things that I have went through and the things that I've been going through and how I've come to the place that I am now in my life. And if you can go back on the first videos that I started out doing up until now, you can just see the adjustment that God is making in my life. And every time, everywhere I go, I give him all the honor, glory, and the praise, because it all belongs to him. Because without him, we would be nothing. Without him, I would be, who knows where I would be. I know I wouldn't be right here, because this is not the place that I would have chose myself to be. So when God has something for you to do, you can't get away from it. And I'm so glad about that, because I'm glad that I couldn't get away from it. I don't want to be away from it. I want to be right here where I am today, because if it had not been for what he had wanted me to do, like I said, who knows where I would be. And with a whole lot of people, suffering from this disease and any disease, and like with everything going on in the world, it's just, it's just time for people to come together and just say, you know what, I want to help you. I mean, I know we can't do a lot of things that we used to do due to COVID and due to the things that's going on with viruses and stuff like that. But it's still a way to get around of helping people, and it doesn't have to be financially. It can be just, just a text. You have a great day. Do you need anything? Or, do you have, anybody been to see about you? Or it can just be anything. And that's what, that's what I want. I want God to give me more of that, and to open my eyes and ears to what he what he will want for me to do. Because it's so many people don't understand. It's so many people that are turning their back on you. And it's so many people, like I tell my daughter all the time, when you're doing things and they're not good things, people will follow you, and then they'll say, they'll encourage it, but mess around and turn around and start doing the right thing. And they're going to you made a turn and they made a turn. Your turn was for the better, but their turn is for, we going back this way. And we just going to watch what you going to do. But one thing about God, and the one thing that I believe in, that I know that God, from where I was 2 years ago, God has healed my body. He's put me in remission. I am in remission, and I stepped out on faith. When I stepped out on faith, and I went up to God boldly, not disrespectfully, and just claimed my healing, things start turning around for me. And I don't know if you are, spiritual or religious, and that's your personal preference, but I'm just here to let you know things, the thing that God did, how he delivered me. Because I'm gonna let you see something right here. When I used to go to work, I wasn't even able to open this bottle of water. I have a little difficulties, but I can open this water. It got to a point where I couldn't even lift this water this far. I would have to bring my head down, pull it back, and that's God. That's God. And no matter what people think about you or what people say about you, when you are doing what God has called you to do, when you are doing what you know is right, it doesn't matter what people think. Because I tell my daughter all the time, I'm glad I'm not a people pleaser. I'm glad I've never been a people pleaser, because people will lead you astray. I thank God for what he's doing for me. I thank God for what he's doing in my life, how he's blessing me, how he's turning me around, how he's just, he's just God all by himself. And I thank him for the deliverance. I thank him for the healing. I thank him for the growth. I just give God all the glory. Everywhere I go, I don't care if people get tired of hearing about it. I'm going to tell it. I'm going to tell it. My grandma used to say, I'm going to tell it till it hurts. Because we can't get around what God has for us. Because if God has something for you to do, you're going to do it. You're going to do it. You're going to do it. And he has his time. Everything, he has his time set for all of us. We have our appointed time. And when your appointed time is, Don't try to get away from it. I look at how I started this channel, and it was placed in my heart. I just want to start talking to different people, and I just started doing little segments on talking to people about different things about the rheumatoid arthritis and how things are going in the world, and and trying to be an encouragement to people, because there were so many people that I was in the groups with that were falling and failing, and they were giving up, and they wanted to take their lives, cut their hands off, and I felt their pain. And I took the initiative, and I stood up, and I want to speak out and let them know that, hey, don't give up. Don't give up on God, because he won't give up on you. It seems bad right now. It seems rough right now. It's been many times that, I couldn't even get out the bed. I could not get out the bed by myself, get in the bed by myself. Like I said, I couldn't even feed myself. I could feed myself, but the spoon, I could only get the spoon to go this far. I would have to come down. I couldn't put my own clothes on. I couldn't bathe myself, and I'm not 100% now, but I'm so much better because God has placed healing and favor on my life. And, when we think about all of the good things that God has done, and how he blesses us, and how he helps us, and how he provides for us, that should be enough for you to want to just to go out and do something for somebody else, to be a help for somebody else. Because at the end of the day, we all going to need somebody. Everybody's going to need somebody. And like I said, whatever it is, and I want to be that somebody. I want to be somebody who can just come and say, I'm going to give you what you need. I'm going to give you the help that you need. I'm going to point you in the direction that you need to get the help that you need. And people get it wrong when they think that helping people is a financial thing. It's not all about the financial part. Yeah, being there for people, moral support. You can be there with people just to listen. And sometimes people just need somebody to listen and not, just to vent to. Because with this disease or any disease, it's a life-changing disease. When you're used to doing things the normal people were doing, traveling, going out, going wherever you want to go, it can cause depression. It can cause you to go into a low place. But this channel is for you to come on and let you know that no matter how low that place is, no matter how dark that place is, God has a light. God has a light. And just the way he delivered me and he's healing my body, he'll do the same thing for you. If you depend on him, if you put your trust in him, I'm telling you, you'll come out all right. He's a healer. And one thing about God, sometimes, when I'm going through situations and you don't know why and you don't know how, that's how you have to just depend on God to lead you through those situations. A little motivation that I do sometimes to help me when I'm going through. I sing me a little song, say me a little prayer, and it makes it better mentally, and it helps you spiritually. So that's another thing that you have to do. Just lean on God completely and rely on him solely to help you get through this. And I feel for you. And sometimes I just break out with me a little song, and I'll just say, Lord, give me you. Lord, give me you. Lord, give me you. Oh Lord, give me you. It's me, oh Lord. I'm on my knees, crying out to you. It's me, oh Lord. I'm on my knees, so give me you. Give me you. Give me you. Everything else can wait. Give me you. Hope I'm not too late. Lord, give me you. Lord, give me you. Lord, give me you. Oh, Lord, give me you. Yeah, just ask God. Say, give me you. Give me you. Give me all of you. Everything else can wait. The pain, the heartache, the depression, it can wait. Just, Lord, just give me you. If you lean on God, I promise you, even through the pain, it'll be all right. It'll be all right. Just trust God. Just trust Him. I dare you. Where's my Monica song? I will trust God. That's right. I will trust God. I love God. I love Him. I love God with His good self. He's good. He's good. He's good. Even through the pain, He's good. Even through the heartache, He's good. Even through the virus, He's good. He's good. He's good. We have to lean on Him. We have to trust in Him. We have to give everything to Him. Give it all to Him. Give it all to Him. Because so many people are going through so many things at this time. And they don't know, some people are just giving up. It's very sad that we're living in dark days, dark times. But we have to still trust in God. We have to still have that faith that He will bring us through this. He'll bring you through it. He'll bring you through it. And sometimes, when we go to Him, we want God to just heal our body and touch our body right then. Lord, you say you'll heal me. Lord, you say you'll heal me. When you gonna heal me? Just start believing Him. Say, Lord, I know you're gonna heal me. Just start trusting in Him. Put your faith in Him 100%. Lord, I know you're gonna heal me. Sometimes we go to work and it's time to get paid. Whenever we get paid, and if we get direct deposit, Friday morning that money is gonna be there. You already banking on it. Because when I get paid, I'm going to do this and that and this. Get like that with God. Get like that with God. Just say, Lord, I know you're going to heal me. I know it's coming. Friday's coming. Friday's coming. You just got to hold on. Just hold on to God. Because I promise you, He will supply your every need. He will do what you need Him to do. And like they said, He may not come when we want Him to, but He's all right. And He's on time. Because when I was calling for Him to come for me, I wanted Him to come then. But when He came, he was on time. He was on time. And when I tell you how I started walking better and moving my hands better and being able to raise my hands better, I just had to sit down and tell God, thank you. When I'll just be walking along when things start happening and I start walking or doing little things that I couldn't do. I don't care who around. You know what I say? I said, thank you, Jesus. One day I was coming up, my neighbors outside, and that was the first time that I was stepped up on the step without my cane. And I just yelled out, thank you, Jesus. Lord, I thank you. All the way in the house. Because I gave Him His honor and glory right then, because I wasn't ashamed to praise Him and thank Him for what He was doing for me. Because guess what? If I'm ashamed of Him, He'll be ashamed of me in front of His Father. And I don't want that to happen. So I just want y'all, please, don't give up on God. Because He won't give up on you. He's good. God, I love God. I love Him with His good self. He's good. He's good and He's worthy to be praised. So whatever you're going through, no matter how low you seem, no matter how dark it is, no matter how grim it is, just grab hold of your faith. Go grab hold of your faith and say, God, you got me. You got me in this situation. You got me when I'm going through. You're going to bring me out. You're going to deliver me. You're going to heal me. It may seem dark. You may not be able to know how your ends are going to meet. Somebody's kids right now is being rebellious. Somebody's on drugs right now. Somebody's battling with homosexuality. Somebody's battling with, they may have thoughts of suicide. And I'm telling you, he'll do it for you. He'll deliver you from whatever it is you're going through. I'm a witness. I'm a witness that he has brought me through so many things. He's brought me so many things, and he's going to bring me through many more because I believe him. And if he don't bring me through, he's still God. It's not because he can't. It just wasn't in his will. But I'll still trust him. I'll still believe in him. I'll still stand on his word because he's a God that will not lie. And we're going to go through things. We're going to suffer, and there's going to be pain. Every day's not going to be great. We're going to suffer. We're going to suffer because Christ had to suffer. We're going to suffer, and we're not better than him. So if he had to suffer, we're going to have to suffer too. But the thing about it is, going through something by yourself is different than going through with somebody else who's there for you. And that's what I want to be. I can't save the world, but if I can just reach somebody, if I can help change somebody's life and encourage somebody, that's what I want to do. If it's not only just with encouraging things on here, you may need to reach out. And I've had people call me and I mentor to them about this disease. And, you know, they've asked me questions, things that I didn't know. I researched, found out, and got back with them because there's always an answer for everything. And it's just like with the food that I'm presenting to you guys, or for this channel, different things to help you. You know, I want you guys to understand that everybody's not against you. It is somebody that loves you. I may not know you, but I love everybody because there's no way I can love Christ and not love you. And people get that, sometimes they get that crossed up and mixed up. They'll look at you a certain type of way because of things that you've done, and I'm a living witness of it. The things that you've done, they won't look at that person that you are. They'll look at the things you've done. And how will God change your ways, but he won't change mine? Yeah, so, I don't even want to be that type of a Christian. I don't even want to be that type of person and thinking that he'll do it for me, but he won't do it for you. Because that's not true, and that's not of God. And the thing is that everybody that's on this journey should be wanting to help somebody else if they can. Now, everybody's not able to. That's why the stronger people should help the ones that are not as strong as them, to help build them back up. And if it's times where you cannot even be able to, do things for yourself, or find it in your heart to, even get out of bed. Get out of bed. If you can only just sit on the side of the bed, just get out. Don't go into a depression. God don't want that for you. Don't go backwards. Whatever you can't do, just put in your mind that you can. You can just do something. A little is better than nothing at all. Be a blessing to somebody. I love being a blessing to people. And you know what? It's been so many times that I've been a blessing to people, and I've done things for people, or even given people things, and they'll come back and say, here you go. I forgot about that. Or remember because when I do it, I forget about it because it comes from the heart. And that's real. And I just thank you guys for your support. And I thank you for tuning in and checking these videos out. We're beginning this journey. And like I said, if I can just reach one person and help encourage one person, or help somebody changing their eating habits, or show them something that's helping me and that they may not know, that's what I'm here for. That's the only thing I'm here for. Okay? So with that being said, you guys enjoy your day. Stay safe out there and do whatever it is that God has called you to do, because you'll be blessed in the end. So with that being said, We're fighting the battle, conquering the war. Fighting the battle, conquering the war. Fighting the battle, conquering the war. Fighting the battle. We're going to conquer this war. You know why? Because God said we would. Y'all be blessed.